people have to wonder, where does Sunny Hostin get her opinions?
Yeah.
Like you said, it's obviously from her husband. She has to tell her what to say on The View, because without it, she's got nothing up there. She's not very bright. So, but the problem with her is that she went full.
Sunny Hostin, a bold and outspoken voice on The View, is known for her strong opinions on race, reparations, and identity politics. She's built her reputation as a passionate advocate for racial justice, speaking with confidence and moral authority. But recently, Sunny landed in a scandal so full of irony it felt like a Hollywood script. Her shocking moment came on PBS's Finding Your Roots, where celebrities explore their ancestry with genealogist Henry Louis Gates Jr. Fans expected her family history to perfectly match her activism, but they were wrong. What Sunny discovered wasn't just surprising, it was jaw-dropping. And the twist sent both Sunny and the internet into a frenzy.
Sounds like a town. We're in Sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry. For context, Sunny is a staunch supporter of reparations and has made a fortune spewing nonsense about white privilege and racial justice. Well, turns out she's not as oppressed as she claims she is. She's actually the descendant of slaves.
As Sunny Hostin explored her family history, she wasn't met with a story of oppressed ancestors fighting for justice. Instead, the shocking truth came out. Her ancestors were slave owners. Yes, you read that right. Picture the moment. Sunny, sitting across from Henry Louis Gates Jr., excited to uncover her family's past, only to be hit with a truth that shattered her expectations. Her ancestors weren't victims of injustice, but participants in one of history's darkest chapters. The revelation left Sunny visibly shaken, and social media exploded with reactions ranging from shock to mockery. The discovery reignited intense debates about morality, activism, and how personal history intersects with public advocacy. For someone who has long championed reparations and condemned slavery's legacy, learning that her own family benefited from it was a painful twist. Her reaction was unforgettable: a blink, a pause, and a shaky confession. "I didn't think my family was originally from Spain or slaveholders." The words came out slowly, as if even she couldn't believe them. And with that, the internet lit up, waiting to see how Sunny would respond to this unexpected turn of events.
I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And I think it's great for our children to know this information. I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their living.
The room went silent, the tension so heavy it felt like time had stopped. Viewers held their breath as Sunny Hostin, trying to stay composed, muttered something about sharing the discovery with her kids. But no quick comment could erase the irony of the moment. The damage was done, and the internet was just warming up. The audience burst into laughter as Gutfeld picked apart the situation, highlighting how Sunny had often called out others for their past, while now facing her own family's dark history. He didn't hold back, joking that the next time Sunny talks about race on The View, someone might say, "The internet exploded." Memes and tweets spread like wildfire. One viral post read, "Sunny Hostin discovering her family were slave owners is the plot twist of the year." While some defended Sunny, saying she shouldn't be blamed for her ancestors' actions, others argued that the issue wasn't her lineage. It was the hypocrisy. One commenter summed it up: "It's not about blaming her for her ancestors, it's about holding others accountable while ignoring your own skeletons." Gutfeld didn't stop at Sunny. He used the moment to criticize identity politics, saying it often oversimplifies complex issues. He argued that focusing only on race, without considering individual circumstances, can cause narratives to backfire, just like Sunny's. In the end, the revelation wasn't just a punchline. It sparked a deeper debate about history, accountability, and the tricky balance between activism and personal truth. And as social media kept buzzing, one thing was clear: this conversation was far from over.
Of empathy. Debate highlights ableism in politics. Pat Fetterman can do for disability what Obama did for race.
Say what?
See, because when all else fails, use identity politics. But MSNBC's Lawrence O'Donnell went a step further. Elites are so isolated, they've forgotten that most Americans don't get paid to sit in a comfy chair pontificating about everything all day. Nope, some of us are cameramen whose names I don't know. But maybe one day, when we finally strip away this phony race war, it will finally expose this elite mentality. And we'll find out Sunny is just like Marie Antoinette, except she says, let me be.
Even Rosie O'Donnell weighed in, pushing the discussion further. This is what happens when you focus so much on race, she said. You lose sight of the individual, the context, the nuance, and eventually it backfires, just like it did for Sunny. The fallout has been intense, reigniting debates about hypocrisy, activism, and the complicated legacy of history. For years, Sunny has called others out for their family histories, but now, the tables have turned, and the scrutiny isn't fading anytime soon. The big question is, should someone like Sunny, who condemns others for their ancestors' actions, be held to the same standard? Or is acknowledging the past without letting it define you enough? GregGutfeld's panel had a field day with the irony. One co-host joked, if Sunny's been shaming descendants of slave owners, does she have to shame herself now? Another added, it's hilarious how deep she is into identity politics, and yet she didn't even know her own identity. The internet piled on, with memes and jabs flying. But not everyone was just laughing at Sunny's expense. Some critics noted that this could have been a powerful moment for reflection. Instead of brushing the discovery off as just a fact of life, Sunny could have used it to start an honest conversation about the messy, uncomfortable realities of history.
But that's only because they keep talking. Those hens are always clucking. They get to say stupid stuff for an hour every day, and then I get to say stupid stuff for an hour every day, except on purpose. But every now and then, one of those dingbats inadvertently says something that reveals modern liberal thought so perfectly, it deserves further study. You know, like a weird serpent that washed up on the beach and you want to...
Imagine if Sunny had said, I've learned something shocking about my family, and it's made me rethink how I approach these discussions. It could have been a powerful moment of reflection and growth. Instead, the opportunity slipped away. Sunny shrugged it off, pivoted, and moved on without much reflection. Even her co-hosts on The View seemed unsure how to handle the revelation. Whoopi Goldberg, known for her sharp humor, appeared to hold back a remark, perhaps something like, Sunny, do you need a refill on coffee, or should we ask your slave-owning ancestors to pour it for you? The situation goes beyond personal scandal. It's a broader lesson about the pitfalls of self-righteousness and the necessity of humility. History is messy, uncomfortable, and full of contradictions that challenge our perceptions of morality and justice. No one can escape its shadow completely, and that's exactly why these discussions require grace, understanding, and nuance. At the end of the day, Sunny's story isn't just about her. It's a cautionary tale for anyone who approaches history or identity with a sense of moral infallibility. The truth is rarely as simple as we'd like it to be. Self-awareness and a willingness to learn are key, two traits that, as GregGutfeld put it, seem to be in short supply. When you spend your life looking for racism everywhere, eventually it finds you, Gutfeld quipped. And for Sunny Hostin, it wasn't lurking in some far-off place. It was sitting right there in her own family tree. So what happens next? Will Sunny use this twist as a chance for introspection and honest dialogue? Or will she carry on as if nothing happened? Only time will tell. One thing's certain. This revelation has sparked a conversation that isn't going away anytime soon. And the next time Sunny takes the stage to lecture America on its historical wrongs, she might want to think twice before casting stones from her glass ancestral house.